They say you can't go back home once it's gone. But what if home is waiting in silence, untouched, a dusty time capsule full of breathless echoes? My name is Claire, and this was my grandmother, Eleanor's house. She died last spring, quietly in her sleep. Just the way she lived, never too loud, never too late, never too selfish. She left me the house, a crooked Victorian, perched on the edge of Pine Hill. I hadn't stepped foot in it since I was 10, but now, here I am, keys trembling in my hand, walking through the very door where every childhood memory still lingers like old perfume. The floor creaks just the same, the wallpaper still peels at the edges, and somehow it still smells like cinnamon tea and rosewater. She's here. Not physically, of course, but she's here in every corner. And so is something else, something I hadn't expected. I came here to clean, to renovate, maybe even to sell. But what I found under those floorboards changed everything I thought I knew about love, and the people we never truly say goodbye to. I started upstairs. The old master bedroom. The walls had water damage, and the floor bowed in the middle. Grandma's antique dresser was still there, doilies and all. But it was the floorboards near the window that caught my attention. One was loose, warped, as if hiding something. Underneath, wrapped in a yellowed cloth, was an envelope, a single envelope. No dust, no cobwebs, just stillness. The name on the front made my heart stop. To my dearest Eleanor J. My grandfather's name was William. I sat on the edge of the bed, my fingers trembling. The seal was unbroken. I didn't open it right away. I held it, studied the faded ink, imagined who Jay might be. Was it a cousin, a friend, a mistake? But when I did open it, the air in the room changed, as if the past inhaled again. Jameson wrote, "To my darling Eleanor, I stood beneath your window this morning, listening to the wind rustle your curtains. I know you didn't open them today. Perhaps you couldn't. I understand. I do. Your grief is thick. I feel it from here. But I miss you. I ache for the sound of your laughter in that garden. Do you remember the first time you showed me the red tulips by the gate? You said they reminded you of fire. You said they bloomed like hope. I want to be your red tulip, Eleanor. I want to bloom beside you again. But I know the timing is cruel. He was your husband, your protector, your past. I am only asking to be your future. If you can forgive the years we lost, I will be here. Always, J. Claire." I read the letter 5 times, each time slower. He knew her garden, he knew her laugh, and he wrote this 1 month after my grandfather died. Suddenly, a new story began to unfold. Not one I grew up with, not one in our family albums, but one hidden in ink, pressed into paper, sealed beneath the floor. I didn't sleep that night. The letter lay beside me on the nightstand, like a second heartbeat. Who was Jay? I flipped through old albums, photo after photo of Grandma and Grandpa, their wedding, their children, Christmases. But then, a single loose photograph fell out. Eleanor 20 years, younger, sitting in a garden, and next to her, a man. Not William. Younger, taller, striking. She was smiling at him, not for the camera, but for him. And his hand, it was resting gently on hers. The name written on the back, in faded ink, Eleanor and Jameson, summer 1956. My heart raced. My grandmother had a lover. Before Grandpa? During? I drove into town. Aunt Margaret was the only one who might know. "Claire, did Grandma ever love someone else?" "Margaret." Long pause. "Yes." His name was Jameson Reed. He lived just beyond the orchard. "Claire, what happened?" "Margaret, she loved him, deeply. But he wasn't approved of. He didn't come from money. Grandpa did." "Claire, did they end it?" "Margaret, she married William, but Jameson never left her heart. He moved away. Joined the Navy, I think. But after your grandfather died, he came back." "Claire, they met again?" Margaret. He wrote. She never wrote back. She said it would dishonor William's memory. So, she buried the letter beneath the floorboards. A secret grave for a love that never bloomed. Claire. That night, I sat in the garden, the one Jameson mentioned. The tulips were still there, faint and fragile. I wondered how it must have felt to choose duty over desire, to love two men and say goodbye to both. I felt her presence again. I imagined her hands, younger, folding the letter shut. The wind moved through the trees like a whisper. I looked up to the window, and for a moment, I thought I saw someone standing there. Was it memory? Was it her? Or was it Jameson? The next morning, I wrote a letter. Not to her, to him. Dear Jameson, I don't know if you're still alive. I don't know if you ever found someone else, but I wanted to thank you for loving her, for seeing her when she felt invisible, for offering her something beautiful, even if it was brief. I think part of her always loved you back. I hope you knew that. She chose duty, but she never forgot you, and I promise I won't bury your memory again. I finished the renovations a week later. The walls were painted, the floor smoothed, but I left one board just slightly uneven, so I'd always remember what lay beneath. I no longer saw the house as a burden. It had become something else entirely, a shrine to untold stories, a place where two hearts lived, even if the world never saw them beating together. We all live in houses of memory. Sometimes we build them, sometimes we inherit them, and sometimes we stumble upon a letter beneath the floorboards. A letter that changes everything. Special thanks to those who still believe in hidden love stories. What if someone you loved left something?